Okay, warning, spoilers. For those who haven't seen Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, get off now. You've been warned. So if you want to see the movie, get off of this video and watch the movie for yourself. You've been warned. Okay, my thoughts on Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I think it was a really good story. I love the character Noah and the character, the orangutan Raka, my mistake, the orangutan who tells Noah about the backstory, tells about Caesar and stuff. And yeah, we get to see a backstory, not the backstory, we get to see a funeral section, a funeral ceremony of Caesar, because obviously Caesar died in the third film. And we get to see Rocket, Maurice, and Caesar's last son Cornelius at the funeral ceremony. Yeah, in the funeral, and they burn. It then, like, many years later, 300 years later, my mistake. Then we get to see the descendant of Caesar, Cornelius. I mean, not Cornelius. Noah. I'm sorry. Yeah, which is the main character of the story. Now, Noah, I really like the character. I really like how Noah became, basically he wants to be a motivated character, you could say, because his motivation is to raise an eagle just like his father. And it's also an adventurous story, you could say. And overall, it's a really good story. I did and of course that we get to see the villains captured, his family. The main commander, the gorilla, kills Noah's father. Noah falls off to try to save his father. Gorilla's too powerful. Noah survived. All the apes were captured except for Noah himself and also his father, since his father was dead. And then we get to see, a quest, to find his Noah to find his family. And then we get to see another main character named Raka, the orangutan. As I said before, Raka tells Noah about Caesar, how Caesar was the great beyond, you could say. Not the great beyond, but the greatest ape ever, you could say, that he wanted peace, and etc. Personally, I really like Raka. I do like how Raka, was also a very smart character. And he also wants apes and humans to have peace. Unfortunately, though, my only problem is that with Raka, he was killed like 30 minutes. And then we get to see another main character, the human character, Nova, quote unquote, but her real name is May. And yeah, it's very interesting. Unfortunately, though, as I said before, they find the place. They got jumped by the masked apes, and the orangutan, Raka, tries to saves May from the current. Raka sacrifices himself, and he says, "Together strong," which was his very last line. And that kind of sucked, really. I mean, then again, I knew, and a lot of people knew that he was going to die in the movie. Everybody knew that Rocket was going to die. It's just that I wasn't expecting a river to kill him. I thought that, like, maybe the apes, like the gorilla or the rest of the Proximus's henchmen, would kill him. But no. It was his sacrifice that killed him. And then we get to see Nova reuniting with his family, and then we get to see the main villain of the story, which is Proximus Caesar, quote unquote. And I like how Noah says he is not Caesar. And the orangutan even said that, well, they are using Caesar as an abusement, because they wanted, Caesar wanted power or whatever or something. That's why that Proximus is the next quote unquote Caesar. Yeah. Honestly, design-wise, Proximus is a big bonobo. I mean, so is Koba too, but, like, Proximus is huge. Like, he's a big boy. He's even much larger than even Noah himself. And thicker, no pun intended. Yeah. I did like how, that Proximus's quest is to, well, he wants power. That's why, like, he wants to be the main apex, you could say. Even though that he wasn't, like, upset, like, he doesn't really like humans, like Koba, like his ancestor Koba. But Proximus wants power, And then we get to see, like, Noah and his friends and May tries to set a detonator to explode the place for the apes. And then they go inside of the place, the secret hide place. And then we get to see Proximus there, and he just like abuses Noah. And then May exposes the dynamite. All the apes head for cover because there was a not a river, but there was an ocean coming away since the place was destroyed, and they get the hell out of there. Noah fights with the gorilla. The gorilla dies. He drowns. And then at the very end, we get to see Proximus beats the fuck out of Noah. Like, he literally was beating the shit out of him. And my disappointment was we get to see, Proximus's death. I didn't really like how the eagles were starting to attack him. I wish that we got to see a fight between Noah and Proximus. Just like we did in Caesar against Koba. I would love to see that, like a throwback between Koba and Caesar, but we didn't really get that. The only thing we did was just eagles were attacking Proximus. Proximus was getting beat up by the eagles. And then Noah tries to send off the eagle, his father's eagle, to kill him. For the rest of the eagles to kill Proximus. Proximus dies. And then they escaped. Then they went back, my mistake. And, yeah, overall, I do love this film really much. I hope that we'll get another sequel of the new franchise, which we probably will. It's going to take a while, as usual, but yeah. But what are your thoughts on the new movie? Honestly, it's hard to say really, but I feel like that Godzilla vs. Kong is still the better movie of Kingdom of Planet of the Apes, in my opinion. And I do love the story. It's just at the ending, though, I just didn't really like it, you know. But that's just me, though. But let me know in the comments, you know. And again, I am not the best reviewer. I tried to review as best as I can. This is actually a quick review because the story was so freaking long. So that's why I was like skipping ahead a little bit. But yeah, let me know.